how you got started in this music thing.
Gosh, I've been singing since I was 4 years old, and on countertops at home or at karaoke contests at the fair. And my parents just have been such an inspiration and motivation for me to just get out there and keep conquering what I've strived to do my whole life. And about 6 or 7 years ago, I started my first band, and I just haven't stopped since, and just been pushing and pushing to hopefully be a national act, like you said.
Right, there you go. That's what you're shooting for. And you know, we were talking about Nashville on the concert calendar, and you're right down the road from the mecca for all the
Nash Vegas.
Yeah, exactly, or hillbilly Vegas, I think they call it that sometimes. But you know, you're playing all the time. You're a busy woman, and you put on a great show. You just did the Thunder, the big Thunder.
At the Chow Wagon.
Yeah,
Thunder over Louisville.
Thunder over Louisville. And that must be, what's it like being in front of a crowd of that, you know, magnitude? Of course, you've done larger crowds than that, probably, haven't you?
That's one of our bigger shows.
Right.
I mean, that's the one show I look forward to all year long. And I mean, even though we have to play for, I think it was like 6 or 7 hours all day, but when you get out there right before the fireworks and there's 20,000 plus people on the Chow Wagon, it's just, it makes you want to be in those arenas even more. And I've done the national anthem a few times at the men's U of L basketball game, so that's a crowd of 22 or so, and no band or no music behind you for that one. But I think the very first time I ever did it, my dad said that he was up top and just said you could see my legs just shaking.
Right.
And now that I've done it so many times, it seems like it's just it's second nature. But that first time's always a killer.
I bet. And when I was preparing for the interview, I saw you're doing the Bats game.
That's my next public event that we have in Louisville. I think it's May 30th at 5:30, the happy hour at the Bats, and that's always a great time. We've always had good luck with the weather at those gigs, so I'm singing the national anthem as well, so that's always fun. And
well, good deal.
Party people out there.
Well, introduce me to this guy here to your right here. Who's that?
This handsome fella on my right is my guitar player, James Gaetano. He has a band himself, Jimmy G and the Sidewinders, so you have to go see them too. And
we were talking about that off the air a little bit earlier.
Yep.
Play a little blues, right?
He brings out the blues in me.
Everybody's got
Chapman.
the blues.
Right.
Tracy Chapman.
Well, we're here to hear you sing, so let's start off the show with a live song. What are you going to play with?
This is actually the first track off the album, and we have a music video for it on YouTube as well.
Okay.
It's one of my favorites on the album, so that's why we picked it for the video. It's called Good in Your Goodbye. Goes like this.
All right.
Got me a trash bag. I went through my whole house, cabinets, counters, dressers, and closets, snatching, grabbing, I threw it all in. Pictures and letters, tickets and sweatshirts. Now here you come, trying to undo. Sorry, saying you messed up and you still love me. Baby, don't hate me. Yesterday, maybe I'd have been running crazy to take you back, but that's not where I'm at. I just got over all the crying, thinking I was dying in spite, a little at a time. Baby, I just got to the good in your goodbye. Well, I can go downtown, walk down the sidewalk, see your friends, your mom, your pickup, cross the street, and I get choked up. And I can go to the movies, even the sad ones, not getting misty when I hear our song. Sometimes I even sing along. not where I'm at. I just got over all the crying, thinking I was dying inch by inch, a little at a time. Baby, I just got to the good in your goodbye. Baby, I just got to the good in your goodbye. Yeah, yeah. Oh, 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 oh. Good in your goodbye. Yeah, yeah, yeah.
All right. Good in Your Goodbye, Olivia Henken, live on Cumberland Country. That was good. I like that.
Thank you.
Yeah. Let's talk a little bit about your, well, we're going to talk about your influence, but before we do that, when Olivia Henken sits down to just listen to music, you know, for enjoyment, who do you listen to?
Oh gosh, that's all over the place. If you look at my iPod, there's country, rap, pop, alternative, oldies. There's
Right.
all kinds of stuff. But right now, I'm like really hooked on Florida Georgia Line. I love them.
Okay.
They're my new up and coming, you know, brand new artist out there on the radio
Right.
now. But I also love Miranda Lambert as well as Blake Shelton. So kind of goes. I'm a country girl, so I'm
Right.
always listening to country radio. So it's what makes me who I am. So I guess that's where I always resort to when I'm listening to
Well,
stuff,
that's
so.
appropriate. Well, does that, as far as your influences go, your singing influences, how does that differ from what you listen to, or is it about?
Yeah,
the
I was
same
going to say
there?
it kind of resonates right into, you know, my influences. I love Miranda Lambert.
Right.
I think that she's just awesome, and she's not going to take anybody's, you know, she's not going to change for anybody.
Exactly.
And I love it.
Right.
And I love that, you know, even though she was on a show, she still had to prove herself to everyone. And I think that, you know, showing that you can make it, and, you know, regardless of the outcomes or whatever someone says, I think that's a true testament to who she is as an artist. And but I've grown up listening to Shania and Reba, and I love all the oldies, oldie country. I hate to
Right.
say that, but it is, you know, nowadays. And but as far as right now, Miranda Lambert, Carrie Underwood, obviously. It's hard to say. Those are my two girl country artists.
Well, and here's another question. Crescent Hill Radio, we're all about local and regional original music. So, who do you like locally? I mean,
I'm a huge fan of Jefferson Targ Bus. We just actually went to see them at Chow Wagon, which goes right back into what I have on my iPod. Is not all just country,
Right,
but
right.
you know, when I go out, I love to see, you know, just different people and what makes
Sure.
their show great, and they're just a bunch of people to learn from, and their show is awesome, and they play all kinds of dance music, so that doesn't
Sure.
hurt, you know.
well, Dave Moody's actually guest hosted on Cumberland Country before. He's
Yeah.
a fun guy.
Yes,
yeah.
he is.
And
He's a big dude.
He is.
I had a
He
picture
is.
in my flats with him, and I was like, "Whoa, you're a
And-
lot taller than I thought you were."
He's actually the. A lot of people don't know he's actually the touring bass player for another Kentucky boy,
Billy Ray
Cyrus.
Yep,
Yeah.
yep.
So there you go.
I know.
Maybe you get
shows
that
hard
opening
work.
gig sometime.
I know,
you know?
and shows hard work pays off. So yeah,
exactly. Well, you know what? We're going to play a cut right now off your current album called The Ride, and this is actually your debut album.
Yes, yes.
Correct. And we're going to talk a little more about, you know, the recording and that kind of fun stuff a little bit later. But I think what we're going to play first is Let It Be Me.
Yes, this
Does
is
that
one of my
sound-
favorite slow songs on the album. We were actually going to name the album that, but we just thought Rye was more fitting with all the
Right.
crazy stuff I've been on. So,
Sure,
so
sure.
this is one of my favorites.